Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Big up yourself, man. Hope everyone's having a great day. You get me? You know I'm always here with the United news and things. So big up yourself. Big up all the Metric community. Everyone that supports, man. Everyone that's here daily, etc. Yeah, obviously, since earlier, obviously, I know a few of you that probably missed the earlier stream, so I'm going to bring some of that stuff in later as well. Don't watch nothing if you missed anything. But I'll get into the video first about Laurie Whitwell. This is from the Talk of the Devils. It's a short video. It just talks about our outgoings, strikers, etc. And then we can get straight into the conversation. So Talk of the Devils, if you lot want to go watch the full thing.
Are we any closer, like Marcus Rashford, to seeing these players finding new teams?
Yeah, I'm not aware of anything imminent on any of them. Clearly, discussions are ongoing for all of them, I would say. And I think I've said before, but I think Alejandro Garnacho's the one where you'd get, the most value from him, even though, Anthony had a really good loan spell at Real Betis and maybe they could do something, but they aren't flush with cash. So, Garnacho's perhaps got more clubs that would vie for his signature, shall we say. But Chelsea are the ones, it seems to me, that just feels likeliest just because of their kind of approach to the transfer market, his ideal, sort of next step being, in the Premier League still and the Champions League ideally. But, there's no real imperative for him other than the World Cup and getting into a new team at this stage to bed in. So making sure you're playing games next season, so you can get in that Argentina squad. But there's no real imperative for him at this stage to press for it because his transfer value will, you'd think, come down as the weeks go on, and therefore maybe you can get a higher wage and, it makes a kind of a transfer that you want more on your terms. You've got more power as a player in that scenario. So, I'm not aware of anything imminent. I mean, obviously Jadon Sancho's been posting, sort of online that he's clearly not at Carrington, so that I think again will go down to the final days of the window like it did last summer and just see who, is available for him. And United will kind of have to accept, I think, a sort of pretty basic setup where they just try to save some of his wages, really. And then, Tara Malacia again, it's just people taking that chance on him, given he was out injured for so long.
Yeah, you've written about to forwards in particular, aren't they?
Well, I mean, that's kind of why the Garnacho to Chelsea thing feels like it's got some substance because, you've got players that Chelsea want to offload and they've obviously come up in conversations, right? So Nicholas Jackson being one of them, Christopher Nkunku, I think earlier in the summer being another one. So, when you get to that realm of perhaps swapping certain players, and they are difficult doing swap deals, particularly when there's going to be extra cash involved and, finding it all to, we've just had 44 days of one transfer going one way, let alone, how many days are required to have two transfers simultaneously going opposite directions. But I think that's why you're getting those kind of stories coming out. And they are still looking at the market and at, that striker position. That's the one that they kind of came into this window as the top priority. And they've signed two forward players that have scored a lot of goals in the Premier League, but they still haven't got a new number 9. Now, will they? Definitely? I don't know, but I still think Rasmus Højlund's situation is open. So, whether he ultimately is sold or, goes on loan at the end of the summer, and then United would obviously have to get somebody in at that point. So they are surveying the market. We've touched on, Ollie Watkins before now. Who else? It's an extensive list. Obviously, Victor Gyökeres got kind of brought into the equation again, which felt more like a Sporting, CP, Sporting Lisbon, move to kind of instigate Arsenal getting over the line on their add-ons for Victor Gyökeres, which it feels like it is now at that point of conclusion. Benjamin Cesco is another one that United have obviously tracked for a long, long time, and he's now not going to Arsenal. So, I think that's a really fascinating one, how that all develops as well, which we can maybe get into on another podcast. But he is somebody that United have looked at for years. But at this point, as far as I'm aware, the cost of that and the fact that he didn't, he didn't sort of go through the Bundesliga last season tearing it up. I think that those combination means that he's not one that's been actively pursued, but there's certainly options that they're kind of looking at, and it is just about balancing the books now for me. Like, they do need to get sales to then be able to actually sign any more players, of substance.
Is that definitive now then, Laurie, that they will need to sell someone to be able to do anything more at a major level? Obviously, I'm sure smaller business can be done, like we've seen with some of the players joining the development group.
Yeah, that's been the focus now. That's what we're being told. Now, obviously, United have then in different windows previously gone and done something, but I think
the credit card facilities there, yeah.
Well, there we go. You get that revolving credit card facility out, and you never know what can happen. But I do generally think they obviously they've pushed it within Burmo, in terms of what they can afford. It was more than what they were going to do for Liam Delap. And to Andy's earlier point, that's why they triggered the clause on Cunha, because I think they thought they were going to get Delap as well and trigger that, and it would be a straightforward couple of deals, when actually, oops, we don't get Delap and we have to now negotiate for Burmo. But yes, they've paid more for Burma than they were planning to on a striker. So yeah, I think that when you look at their accounts, that they are the sales is the priority. They have to balance the books. The discussions are ongoing for all of them, I would say. And I think I've said before, but I think Alejandro Garnacho's the one where you'd get, the most value from him, even though, Anthony had a really good loan spell at Real Betis and maybe they could do something, but they aren't flush with cash. So, Garnacho's perhaps got more clubs that would vie for his signature, shall we say. But Chelsea are the ones, it seems to me, that just feels likeliest, just because of their kind of approach to the transfer market, his ideal, sort of next step being, in the Premier League still and the Champions League ideally. But, there's no real imperative for him other than the World Cup and getting into a new team at this stage to bed in. So making sure you're playing games next season, so you can get in that Argentina squad. But there's no real imperative for him at this stage to press for it, because his transfer value will, you'd think, come down as the weeks go on, and therefore maybe you can get a higher wage, and it makes a kind of a transfer that you want more on your terms. You've got more power as a player in that scenario. So, I'm not aware of anything imminent. I mean, obviously Jadon Sancho's been posting, sort of online that he's clearly not at Carrington, so that I think again will go down to the final days of the window like it did last summer, and just see who, is available for him. And United will kind of have to accept, I think, a sort of pretty basic setup where they just try to save some of his wages, really. And then, Tyrone Malacia again, it's just people taking that chance on him, given he was out injured for so long. Yeah, you've written about to forwards in particular, aren't they? Well, I mean, that's kind of why the Garnacho to Chelsea thing feels like it's got some substance, because, you've got players that Chelsea want to offload, and they've obviously come up in conversations, right? So Nicholas Jackson being one of them, Christopher Nkunku, I think earlier in the summer, being another one. So, when you get to that realm of perhaps swapping certain players, and they are difficult doing swap deals, particularly when there's going to be extra cash involved, and, finding it all to, we've just had 44 days of one transfer going one way, let alone, how many days are required to have two transfers simultaneously going opposite directions. But I think that's why you're getting those kind of stories coming out. And they are still looking at the market and at, that striker position. That's the one that they kind of came into this window as the top priority, and they've signed two forward players that have scored a lot of goals in the Premier League, but they still haven't got a new number 9. Now, will they? Definitely, I don't know, but I still think Rasmus Højlund's situation is open. So, whether he ultimately is sold or, goes on loan at the end of the summer, and then United would obviously have to get somebody in at that point. So they are surveying the market. We've touched on, Ollie Watkins before now. Who else? It's an extensive list. Obviously, Victor Gyökeres got kind of brought into the equation again, which felt more like a Sporting, CP, Sporting Lisbon, move to kind of instigate Arsenal getting over the line on their add-ons for Victor Gyökeres, which it feels like it is now at that point of conclusion. Benjamin Cesco is another one that United have obviously tracked for a long, long time, and he's now not going to Arsenal. So, and I think that's a really fascinating one, how that all develops as well, which we can maybe get into on another podcast. But he is somebody that United have looked at for years. But at this point, as far as I'm aware, the cost of that and the fact that he didn't he didn't sort of go through the Bundesliga last season tearing it up. I think that those combination means that he's not one that's been actively pursued, but there's certainly options that they're kind of looking at, and it is just about balancing the books now for me. Like, they do need to get sales to then be able to actually sign any more players, of substance.
Is that definitive now then, Laurie, that they will need to sell someone to be able to do anything more at a major level? Obviously, I'm sure smaller business can be done, like we've seen with some of the players joining the development group.
Yeah, that's been the focus now. That's what we're being told. Now, obviously, United have then in different windows previously gone and done something, but I think
the credit card facility's there, yeah.
Well, there we go. You get that revolving credit card facility out, and you never know what can happen. But I do generally think they obviously they've pushed it within Burmo, in terms of what they can afford. It was more than what they were going to do for Liam Delap. And to Andy's earlier point, that's why they triggered the clause on Cunha, because I think they thought they were going to get Delap as well and trigger that, and it would be a straightforward couple of deals, when actually, oops, we don't get Delap and we have to now negotiate for Burmo. But yes, they've paid more for Burma than they were planning to on a striker. So yeah, I think that when you look at their accounts, that they are the sales is the priority. They have to balance the books.
So this is what my man's saying, man. This is it, more or less broken down. You know me, I like to play the vids for you lot straight away so you lot can see what's happened. So this is more or less what he broke down, in a small little fracture. Obviously, you heard what you heard yourself, but listen, I'm not aware of anything imminent for any of them. They're calling them the bomb squad now. This bomb squad thing is going crazy. We saw a little bomb squad talk earlier, but it's really going mad. But yeah, I've not heard anything imminent for any of them. Sancho, Garnacho, Anthony, Malacia. Discussions are ongoing for all of them, but nothing ain't imminent, bro. So none of them are looking like they're leaving right this second. No one ain't in for them. Malacia, I even forgot he plays for us half of the time. Garnacho, I've showed you who's in for him. Yeah, man, it's just the same shit, really, bro. Like, Sancho, we had a little something being said that he's close to going Juventus. Ornstein came out yesterday and said that's a myth. He's not looking like he's gonna go. So I don't know, mate. It's just the same shit. We need to sell one of these players, and they don't look like any of them are leaving. And I've showed you the article where they said that they're waiting basically to the end for the freedom fighters to go and get them because they're gonna be a bit cheaper. So that's what it seems like it's still going on. That's the same situation. So that's Laurie Whitwell. He's very reliable. He came out with that podcast today. As you look and see at the bottom, Talk of the Devils podcast. You want to go watch the full thing, go over there and watch it. So yeah, man, he's 30. And he ended up talking about the strikers. He said, listen, Benjamin Cesco was another one that Man United have tracked for a long time. He's somebody United have looked at for years, as far as I'm aware, the cost of the deal, and that he didn't go through the Bundesliga last year, tearing it up. That combination means he's not one that is being actively pursued. This is what I was trying to say to a lot of people. My man didn't light up the German league last season. He didn't go mad. No one finished last season saying, we need to get Cesco. Look at what he's doing. The player that was lighting it up over there in the German league was Mamouche, and he got snatched up in January. And he finished with more goals than Cesco. So this is what I'm saying. So they're not really rating Cesco. He's talking about the board. They're not really rating Cesco. And then he goes on to talk about Garnacho to Chelsea thing feels like there's some substance to it, as there's some players that Chelsea want to offload. Jackson has come up in conversations, and Cuckoo earlier in the summer being one. So they want to get rid of, they want Garnacho, but they've got some players they want to get rid of. So there could be some swap deal talks, but mate, nothing is imminent, like he says. He's not aware of anything imminent. So the bomb squad, that's what they're calling them now. And they're really calling them the bomb squad because Laurie Whitwell was talking about the bomb squad, and he solidified. And you had, James Ducker come out on the 21st, which is 2 days ago, and said the same thing, the 300 million bomb squad. You know what I'm saying? And then Chris Wheeler comes out and said the same thing. Man United to leave bomb squad behind. This bomb squad word is going mad. It's going mental. They're really going mad with this bomb squad one here still. But yeah, man, so that's what Laurie Whitwell's more or less said. Cesco's a myth. We're not rating him no more. So I know a lot of you want to get your hopes up. They've got other creators putting Cesco as the thumbnail, still talking about him. It don't seem like we're rating him. Obviously, there was a about Cesco. This came out earlier, obviously, that his price has dropped to 60 million, which This is the only thing that could make sense. If this is true, obviously, because CF buy-in's a bit dodgy. But if this is true, that his price has been dropped and from the 60 million mark, we can start talking, then obviously that will change a lot of things and we might be in for Cesco. But I don't know, mate. I don't know if they still consider that to be big. I don't know. We'll see. But Ornstein obviously came out yesterday and he said that we're not in for them no more unless the price drops. So the price has dropped for Cesco. This is what Ornstein said. Cesco, Watkins and Jackson are not currently being actively pursued by United due to the costs involved, although that can change as the window progresses, especially if their price drops. And then obviously if this price has dropped to 60 million, it could be an option. But Laurie Whitwell's come out today. He done that podcast today. And he's saying, yo, we're looking at how he was moving in the Bundesliga. He didn't light it up over there. His price is too high. So he might not know the price has dropped. This might be a lie. It could be new. He might not know. Because CF Bayern is obviously in Germany. Do you get it? So that could be new news to him. But I don't know, man. So that's the situation. That's what Laurie Whitwell's come out and said. I'll get a few of these messages and I'll move on to Fabrizio. Because Fabrizio said a lot as well. He says a lot every day, but he said a lot today. First, JB stats. Fabrizio said anything about who we want in goal. Yeah, I got you. Goalkeepers, strikers, and all of that. He's got all of that. Don't think Garnacho going to go. We're getting Lamens, mister. Yeah, I'm with you, Mason. I want us to get Lamens. I'm on that one day. He said Chelsea going for Garnacho. Yeah. But not yet, though. It's not imminent. They want Simmons at the moment and Hatto. That's who they're going for. Rashford doing too much. Well, we'll be here when he gets bundled back. What's he doing? He just gone alone and he's getting unveiled. That's what I've seen. What's he doing? I saw him say something. They asked him about Man United and he could have said something cheeky there. He could have said something about cheeky, but he didn't. He said, I just wish the best for them. So I don't know what. I might have not seen it though. Let me know. What's he up to? Metric community. Big up yourself, JB Stacker, man. My guy. Yeah, big up the whole Metric community, man. Everyone hit the likes, man. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, man. This is everyday stuff, man. Cesco's not happening. You love Cesco, innit, mister? It's not happening, bro. Say it, cuzzy. Where is it? Let me change this up for you. Cesco's not happening. Recycling the same news about Cesco, man. Let's dead that topic, please. Yeah, everyone, boy, it's everyday news. You know, this is the everyday channel. We come here with all the latest United news. If Laurie Whitwell's coming out here and talking about him, we're going to talk about him. You know what I'm saying no more? But it's like everyone's saying the same shit about him. It's not going to happen or it could happen. Fabrizio's come out and said it could happen. Laurie Whitwell and Ornstein are saying he's too expensive. So it's like a war right now. Hi, mate. I'm sure you will agree. As soon as we get the deadwood out, then we can get players and we can do a rebuild straight away. Especially if we get rid of someone like Garnacho because he's what's it called? He's pure profit. So we can spend a lot of money after that. Watkins all day metrics. Big up yourself, 3X, man. I'm with you. I wouldn't mind Watkins. So that's Laurie Whitwell wrapped up. Let's talk about Fabrizio now. This is what Fabrizio's come out and said. I can't be bothered to play Fabrizio videos. It's too long. So anyways, he just said on Watkins, Cesco and Vlahovic, Ollie Watkins is a striker really appreciated by Man United. An option they've been considering for weeks. Still no bid or communication. But also in this case, the relationship with Aston Villa is very good. So I have to say that could be an opportunity. Benjamin Cesco is being discussed internally at Man United, but he's seen as very expensive and not an easy deal. So he's saying the same thing. He's seen as very expensive and not an easy deal. Man United have been offered several strikers, Vlahovic, Calvert-Lewin, Callum Wilson. These are other names who've been offered. Jamie Vardy. They've been offered. They've offered to us. We ain't said we want them or nothing. They've been offered to us. And then he goes on to talk about the goalkeepers. And he said, I think the next one will be a goalkeeper for Man United. They are discussing internally what they want to do with a new goalkeeper, not only because of Onana's injury. It's not a long one. He'll be back soon. But with Bayern as the goalkeeper, there are two options right now. And it's obviously experienced one. He says this every day. This is definitely what, Amor, this is what you're talking about. He says the same line every day. We're either going for an experienced goalkeeper or we're going for a cheap one. He says this every day, but he's still doing podcasts and he's saying the same thing. They could go for a younger one, goalkeeper that would be developing under Onana. One of the names is Lamens at Royal Antwerp, who is very talented. United have been scouting him for a long time. United have made contact with Antwerp to be informed on the conditions of the deal. I expect Man United to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. That is very, very bright that he's saying that. I expect for them to sign one. that's very lovely. I can't deal with Onana and buying there, bro. I'll be real. So to have someone say that it's definitely going to come out and we're going to get one of them is lovely. These two positions are the priority, striker and goalkeeper, but keep an eye on defensive midfielders. It was something at the start of the window that United considered before putting it on standby, as they wanted to focus on financially on Mbeumo and Cunha as important needs for Ruben Amorim. In the next weeks, if there's good opportunities on the market, a good name, I think there's a good chance United go for defensive midfielder. But it will depend on the budget and the outgoing. So basically what he's saying is, if someone comes up and we've sold some players by then, or we've got this pure profit thing going on because of Garnacho or someone, then we can go out there and buy a defensive midfielder. But it's got to make sense. We've got to have the money or whatever. I couldn't tell you the last time we done loans. When did we last do a loan? Amrabat. Who's the other geezer we done? What's that geezer? Weghorst. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is, we ain't really been doing loans. But if he was to do like a loan, it wouldn't even be a good defensive midfielder unless he's unsettled. So if we're going to go out there and buy one, we got to have the money. So we got to start selling some of these players. They're not even calling them the Freedom 5 no more. They're calling them the Bomb Squad, like I said. So the Bomb Squad, they got to keep it moving, mate. As soon as the Bomb Squad start leaving, we might be able to start getting some money and recouping some money and going out there and splashing. Until then, it's kind of peak. As you saw with the Laurie Whitwell video, he said, it looks like it's sales right now. It has to be sales. Anything can happen, of course, but it seems like it's more or less going to be sales. So yeah, with the goalkeepers, I'm going to go for an experienced one, which is Martinez, but he's expensive. He's 40 million, 33. He's a bit of a nutcase. He'll miss the Arsenal game if we sign him, because remember, he took out Højlund like a madman. And so we don't know what he's going to do. So it's going to be him or Lamens. I've already told you what I feel about this. I want us to get Lamens. He's a serious goalkeeper for his age as well. He's prevented the most goals, etc. He's with it. So I'd rather go for the Lamens. But we'll see what happens. As long as we get someone different. Remember, Onana's not only injured at the moment, but he's going to miss a month in December going AFCON. So by him there being our number one is a myth. I'm not on that one there. So just to have someone as a backup. People keep talking about Vitek. We're trying to send Vitek on loan. We're not rating this Vitek guy. That's why we gave Tom Heaton another year. So people are talking about Vitek. I've never seen him, but bro, we don't see him like we're keeping him. So that's the situation. And the strikers, Cesco's too pricey. Vlahovic has been offered to us. Watkins is someone we appreciate, but it's the money situation as well. So we'll see what happens with that. And then he went to go on and said, that's basically the same thing in the first one. 2 positions are priority, blah, blah, blah. Then he goes and says a new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. Almost guaranteed to happen this summer. So look at what he just said. When you look at both of them, yeah? He said a new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. And in the last article, he said, I think the goalkeeper is didn't he say it's due to happen? He said something about the goalkeepers. Look at me going on mad on it. He said something about the goalkeepers. It's due to happen. And now he's talking about striker. Yeah. They are discussing internally what they want to do with a goalkeeper. He'll be back, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Look at the last line of the middle article. Look at the last 3 lines of the middle article. I expect Man United to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. That's what I'll come here to show you lot. I expect Man United to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. And then he's come here and said a new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. So that's a striker and a goalkeeper that seems like it's dead on 100%. That's what he's saying, basically. So he said it's a new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. 2 meetings have already taken place in the last 7 days. They are pushing to sign one. So people are saying, Laurie Whitwell saying, we ain't got the cash, we need to sell. But they're pushing. So I don't know what's going on there. Have they got the cash? Are they doing Klarna? What are we doing here? What's going on? I don't know. But it seems like something's going on where we either want to get a verbal agreement going until we sell players or something, or they're just going to buy someone and hope to sell after. I don't know. Or maybe that Rashford wage has saved us so much money we can go out there and do something. But he's saying in the last 7 days, they are pushing to sign one. We've had 2 meetings. So why are we having 2 meetings if we're going to sit there and wait anyway? It's not going to make no sense. It wouldn't make sense us having 2 meetings if we've got to sell and we're waiting around to sell. So something's going on. And then he goes on to say, I expect Garnacho to stay in the Premier League, and this is his priority. We have to wait and see if the right opportunity arrives on the market. He received interest from Italy and Germany, Leverkusen and Eric Ten Hag, but he wants to stay in the Premier League. He is convinced he will be able to stay and compete in the Premier League. I'll say again, keep an eye out on Chelsea because they're trying to sign Xavi Simons. He's the priority, but also in addition to that, they're monitoring the situation of Garnacho. And he's been interest since January. Not something advanced at the moment, but one to watch. So they want Xavi Simons and Garnacho. They're moving mad. Chelsea are moving skunked. They want both of them. Let me get a few of these. Official Hugo Ekitike joins Liverpool from Frankfurt on a 6-year contract. Yeah. Yes, Metch. Big up yourself, Dan, man. Big up Dan United. Watkins misses hella chance and he doesn't impose fear. We already bought 2 25-year-olds that are Prem proven. Cesco is young and has physicality. He's overall better than Højlund. Yeah, but bro, what you don't understand is Watkins misses chances, but he scores chances too. Do you know what I mean? He's got 16 league goals in the Prem for 3 seasons. 16 league goals minimum in 3 seasons, bro. So you can go and get Cesco, but tell me what's the difference with going out there and getting Cesco or what we've done with Højlund? It's the exact same thing. Højlund scored about 12 goals. Cesco scored 13 goals. What is the difference? How none of us has probably watched Cesco play 2 games in a row. We're watching him on comps. That's exactly what we've done with Højlund. We watched them on comps. So that's what I think it's a thing where they're looking at this thing and going, you know what, bro? We ain't got time for this no more. To be buying players and it might go left. Remember, they never bought Højlund. They never bought Anthony and this new regime. They never bought Casemiro. So they're looking at it now. If we're going to go out there and get someone, they've got to be proven. You've got to look at everyone that we've been linked with, NSP, Osimhen, Gyökeres. Not saying Gyökeres is proven, but at least he smashed it in his league. He scored 63 goals. So if that goes left, no one can turn around and say, all right, you know what, you went mad with that one because this geezer scores goals. But you're going out there to get Cesco and spend, 80 million, 70 million? It says it's 60 million today, but we don't know if that's confirmed. That source is a bit funny. Obviously, if he's 60 million, it's not the worst, but I'm saying they might look at it and go, blood, we're going to go spend 60 million on a project. He might come in and not work. Same thing as Højlund. It's hard for us to move him on. Headache. Remember, they're trying to move on players now. They didn't even buy. They're sitting there trying to move on players. The Freedom 5 is 5 players that they didn't even buy. So they're trying to move all of them off now. They're on mad wages. There's bare risks in putting him. Højlund, they want him to go. We're trying to buy a striker so bad. Ornstein come out yesterday and said, yo, Højlund's looking like he's going to leave. So he knows he's got to bounce. So this is what I'm trying to say. So I hear you, bro. I hear you. But I reckon a man that scores 16, we only need 16 goals from Watkins. You can miss 100 chances. And when you score 16 goals, and then we got Cunha and Bumo, Ahmad, Bruno, whoever else is chipping in, I think that's enough. We didn't score 20 goals within our whole attack. So, yeah, man, I think the Cesco thing's not going to work. They're all saying it. All of them are saying it, man. All of them are saying it. Benjamin Cesco is discussed, but he's seen as very expensive and not an easy deal. Benjamin Cesco is another one that's tracked, but I'm aware the cost of that deal, and he didn't go through the Bundesliga last year tearing it up. That combination means he's not one that's being actively pursued. Ornstein came out and said the exact same thing, bro. Look at that. Benjamin Cesco, Watkins, Jacksons are not currently being actively pursued by United due to the cost involved. Although that can change and progress, especially if their prices come down. So they're not really rating him. Do you know what I'm saying? The cost of signing Cesco due to the fee demanded by Leipzig plus his wages is deemed as incompatible with United's budget and his performances in the Bundesliga last season. What did this guy do in the Bundesliga last season that got everyone off their seat? You know what I'm saying? I don't think he done anything. So it's where it is, man. It's where it is. Everyone's a risk, though. When you think about it, every single striker is a risk. But you're better off limiting the risk. I'd rather just go Prem, get a Wissa, get Watkins, get Chris Wood or something. Someone that scores in the Prem, it kind of limits the risk a little bit. Than to get someone that has to adapt. You got to give him 5-6 months. You got to give him a year. Look at Xerxes, 4 months, trash. And then he adapted. And then it's like, okay, we like Xerxes now. We don't want him to go. But look how long it took him. I don't think they got time anymore. That's why they're spending 130 mil on 2 players. We got to sell, bro. I'm with you, Dan United, man. I'm with you, Dan. This is what I'm saying. But why are they having 2 meetings today? Look, a new striker is almost guaranteed. 2 meetings have taken place in the last 7 days. They are pushing to sign one. If we've got to sell, why are we pushing so hard to sign the striker? We're having 2 meetings in the last 7 days. It's mad, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. I would get both the keepers we are linked with. The goalkeeper department is not good enough. 1 and 2, 100%, bro. But we can't sell Onana yet. If we sold Onana, we can replace him with Martinez with the money. But right this second, I think Lamens, buying their goals, Lamens, 1, 2, 3, done. And then Lamens can become the number 1 whilst he goes to AFCON. Metric community, please like and subscribe 2-3 times a day, quality content. Big up yourself, gamer, man. Like and subscribe, my peoples. We're always here for you, lot, man. 2-3 times a day. We're always here for you, lot. When we get a bomber, we might be on even more. But you're not missing a thing over here. You're seeing it all. Trust me. Love for that game. I appreciate it. Garnacho is an absolute disgrace to the club. That kid has tarnished his own reputation. It's his ego, man. His ego's killed him, man. He thinks he's Ronaldo already. That's all it is. If he didn't think he was Ronaldo already, he might be the guy. I understand, bro, but are we going to create that much chances that allows room for missing some? Bro, but this is what I'm saying. Like, you're saying you want a guy that scored 13 goals to come to the Prem and just hit the ground running then. That's what you're saying, isn't it, NSP? Like, you think that's just going to happen. He's going to come and all of a sudden he's going to start scoring goals. Bro, we're better off limiting that chance and saying, let's get someone that already does it in this league. He can adapt straight away because he already plays it. He knows how hard it is, how physical, everything. And he scores goals here. So I hear what you're saying. Like, he can miss some more chances. But, bro, if we've got the system and the system in and you got everyone doing what they need to do, he's going to get chances and he's going to score. He's going to have to score. But the only thing is with Cesco, he could come and be that guy. Don't get it twisted. He might come and kill it. But there's nothing that's telling us he's going to do that. We're getting enough potential. We're getting enough hope. We hope he comes and hits the ground running. We hope Højlund becomes this geezer. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Højlund, bruv. Exactly the same thing. Cesco and Højlund are the exact same thing when you look at it. Højlund scored 12 goals and we went and spent 72 million on him. And Cesco scored 13 goals. And not one person went, did you not watch Cesco last season? You have to buy him. Everyone was talking about Mamouche. Everyone was talking about Mamouche. Mamouche left in January and finished with more goals than Cesco. And he left in January. You know how crazy that is, bro? Where's this geezer? Let me show you, because you're talking about, you're comparing him with Watkins, isn't it? So let me show you Watkins then. Let me show you what Watkins is dealing with in the Prem. There we go. This is what I'm saying, bruv. We need to start going into teams, yeah? We need to start going into teams and they're scared. Because we've been playing Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, and I'll be with my mates watching the game. And they'll be like, bro, I'm not even scared of you lot. All I'm scared of is Ahmad. Ahmad gets injured. We play Arsenal again at Old Trafford. I'm not scared of you lot. All I'm scared of is Bruno. Bruno scores the free kick. But this is what rivals do to us. When we play rivals, all they say is, I'm not scared of you lot. I'm just scared of Bruno. I'm just scared of Ahmad. We need a team that is scary. Left, right, and centre. Cunha might score. Mbeumo might score. The striker might score. Ahmad might score. Bruno might do something mad out of nowhere. You don't know what's coming. This is what we need to happen. We might have a set piece. Maguire or De Ligt might score. Like, it's just left, right, and centre things are happening. We can't be going into teams and they're singling out 2 man. You see, when you play relegation teams, that's what happens. When we play Ipswich, we're looking out for De Ligt. Oh, De Ligt, he's the only one that might do something. And maybe Hutchinson. When you play Wolves, you're looking out for Cunha and maybe Strand Larson might do a little header or something. But you're looking out for Cunha. That's what relegation does. Southampton. Oh, who they got there? Diblin. That's it. That's how we were going into teams. We're going to play teams like a relegation side when we got one player that you're looking out for. Leicester, who are you looking out for? Vardy. That's it. Vardy might do something. This is what I'm saying. So we need players that are doing this stuff now and they don't have time. I don't think they got time. They tried to do this young gem thing when they first come. They said, yo, listen, we're going to get young gems that are under 18s, but we're going to get prime players. Look at Watkins. You're telling me he misses a lot of chances, which is true. he tops the list for big chances missed. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, you know, because Salah's on that list. Salah's second on that list, and he scored the most goals last season. So this is what I'm saying to you, bro. Salah's on that list for missing the most chances, and he scored the most goals last season. I'll show you the list if you want, but Watkins is consistent, bro. I think he's the best of the rest, and then Mateta comes after him. I think Mateta comes after Watkins. I think if it's Prem proven what everyone is saying, because everyone's come out today. I'll show you that in a minute, but I had an article that said basically that we want Prem proven only. That's all they're looking at for a striker. I think it's going to be out of these two. And this is from yesterday. Plettenberg said it. But first to sign a striker that is Prem proven. I don't think anyone else. Someone put in the chat earlier Evan Nilsson. I don't think Evan. You get it? I don't think he's had one season that he's all right. He hasn't been going mad. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's because some United fans want their own Haaland. Cesco talk. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just the image. It's like we think it's going to happen. Exactly what we thought with Højlund. We thought this guy might be the guy. Give him some years, he will be that guy. It's not always going to happen. Look at Evan Ferguson. This geezer came to the Prem. He was doing all right. Third choice for Brighton. They're playing Welbeck, João Pedro, Ruta before him. He's gone to West Ham on loan. They're not even playing him. He's coming off the bench, getting 15 minutes. They're playing Fulkrug in front of him and all of that. I'm like, Bowen. They're playing Bowen up front. West Ham. This is what I'm saying. Some players, people think it's just like it's meant to be. You never know what happens, bro. It just goes mad sometimes. Met just a good shout. Chris Wood, he knows where the goal is exactly, but he's had one good season. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even mind Chris Wood because he's had one good season, but one good season in the Prem is enough. Do you get it? If you have one good season out of the Prem, you're still spooky. You still might come to the Prem and flop. But if you have one good season in the Prem, like Wissa scored 20 goals. Wissa scored 19 goals, not one penalty. 0 penalties, Wissa. That's impressive, bro. 19 goals, 0 penalties. And Mbeumo took their penalties and he scored 5 of them. Just 5 penalties Mbeumo got. So Mbeumo got 15 goals, Wissa got 19. Open play. Chris Wood, 20 goals. I don't know how much penalties, probably a few in there. But, bro, you can see what they're doing. Look at this list in front of us, NSP. You can see what's going on, my bro. Look at that. Look at this list in front of us. Mbeumo, Cunha, and he's going to get someone in there. They want goals to be solidified. We all got tarnished and PTSD from Højlund and Garnacho last season, bro. It was terrible, brother. It was looking very, 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 very spooky. Every game was guaranteed. Bare chance of just getting missed. They get me. So I wouldn't mind Chris Wood still. I wouldn't mind him, but we can't get bumped 60 million or something stupid. Something chipsy, something calm. I wouldn't mind it. Defender needs to step up. But he ain't been linked with no one. No one's in for him, Chris Wood. Defender need to step up. There was a lot of money spent on them. Yeah, 100%. But I feel like, see with our defense here, I feel like a lot of our problems are set pieces, and we ain't got a lot of tall set pieces, defenders that can header the ball. That convincing. It's only like Maguire and Casemiro that is convincing, and maybe De Ligt. That's all it is for me. So I feel like we need more like a Nana from Villa. We need a striker that can header. Watkins headers the ball. You know what I mean? Mateta can header the ball. I agree. You rather have Chris than Cesco. That's what I'm saying. I'm with him with that one. Rate the channel. Real estate, big up yourself, man. Fine, man. Bring me Ollie Watkins. Trust me, NSP, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not taking a risk with these Cescos no more. We've done the risk-taking thing, and we've seen where it's done for us. I still have my eyes on Vlahovic. It's 20 goal involvement in 42 games in a really poor Juventus. Is that, goal involvements? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He didn't score 20 goals. How much did he score, though? I swear he scored about 13 or something. 15. But he had a poor season, Charlie, He actually had a poor season. And let me tell you about Vlahovic. He had a poor season over there. He's got a mad ego. He's on 310K a week, which we're never going to pay, ever. And he moves a bit like Garnacho, like mad. Like, they lost 5-2 to Man City in the Club World Cup. He scored a goal and they lost 5-2, and he posted his goal on Instagram. He posted the comp. Someone made him off his goal on Instagram. You lost 5-2. So just imagine that. We've lost 5-2 to Chelsea or City or something, and he goes and posts that. That's something Garnacho or someone like that, Sancho, might do. Someone everyone already hates him. Like, Imagine that. And I heard they really hate him over there. So he wants to leave, but his wages are too mad. And apparently he wants to leave on a free next year so he can go and get the bonus. So when he walks into his new club, he gets a big bonus, etc. But he's on 310k. They tried to do a swap deal with Osimhen and Vlahovic, Napoli and Juventus, but he said no. Because I've been following them. I've been following that. Since they was talking about a swap deal with him and Sancho, I've been following Juventus page. I got their page in that. And yeah, they don't like him. Ollie Watkins, the man. 3 defenders were bought last year. It was a joke shot at the back. The goalkeeper is not to be trusted. Me, I have no confidence in Nana. Same. I got no confidence in Nana. I got no confidence in Bayende. Tom Heaton's shaky. He had a good game the other day against Leeds, but still shaky, mate. So it's like, it's just weird. Maguire more than the lit. Yeah. Come on, United. We should stick to Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes. That will give Obi opportunity to develop into a better striker sooner. We need to go for a capable midfielder that create chances. Listen, let's forget. Let me be real with you. You see this whole Obi hype we're doing. It's because Rasmus is so bad. Rasmus is so bad. Xerxes don't score goals. Xerxes is more or less a 10. Let's just say that he's more or less a 10. He don't score goals. Højlund is so bad that we want Obi to be the guy. So bad. Play Obi instead. Please, let's put on Obi. Why is he not giving Obi a chance? Bro, if we was a proper team, no one would even be talking about Obi. Obi will be getting Carabao Cup times, Carabao Cup games or something, like just little games like that, there and there. FA Cup, like early ones. You know, when you play Reading and all of that. It's them type of teams. That's when Obi will be playing. Because we're so dysfunctioned, our team is so all over the place. We've got Højlund as our main number 9. We are dying for anything else. We're seeing Højlund out there dying on the pitch. We're seeing it. So we're sitting there and going, listen, just put on Obi. But Obi's not ready. Let's be real. He played against Brentford. He played against Everton. He played a few games last season. And he's not ready, like, to be the number 9. And we shouldn't be rushing him anyway to be ready. Do you get it? It's not good on him. Give him time, let him get bedding properly, and then it is what it is. That's why we want a striker. We know this. Fabrizio's just come out and said we 100% want a striker. I mean, 100% want a goalkeeper. So I don't think we're ready for him, man. There's no way we should stick with Højlund. He needs to. Ornstein said he's going to go, so I reckon Højlund's going to go. Simple as that. I don't want no Haaland. I don't care about race. Højlund was a bunch player. Cesco has had at least 2-3 years in top flight football as a starter. I just think he's a good player. I don't really know about Cesco, man. I'll be real with you, lot, man. I've never even his comps don't excite me, bro. I watch his comps and I'm just like, he just looks all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? He scores a 1-2 screamers, 1-2, but I don't know, man. I don't really get gassed off him. If you have to choose between Mateta or Watkins, clean line for Max, who would it be? If I had to choose between Mateta or Watkins, who would I go for? Obviously, Mateta is a little bit younger. I think he's 27. Watkins is 29. Mateta is doing well in our system. Remember, look at this. This is before they changed the system, yeah? Is the 22 to 23. That's Roy Hodgson, Vieira. They're playing some next stuff. Glasner came in 2023 to 24 and changed the system. He started playing his system, 3-4-3, exactly what we play, wing backs. My man has changed his life, so he already plays in our system. What we're trying to play, Wolves play it, they play it. So to bring him through, he already kind of knows it. Do you get it? So Mateta seemed like a good shot. He scored 19 goals in his first season with Glasner, and he scored 17 goals last season. So he's on a roll. And then we got Watkins. Watkins, he scored the most goals for Villa, 75 goals. He scored 16 goals minimum in his last 3 seasons. He scores goals. He misses chances as well, but he scores goals. So it's mad. But this is what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know, man. If I had to pick one, obviously it depends on price as well, etc. But if I had to pick one, I wouldn't mind. It's so mad. I can't even pick because I wouldn't mind either one. It's crazy. I wouldn't mind either one. It's crazy. I'm trying to think who I would pick, you know. I'm trying to think, who would I pick if I had to pick one of these two? I'll probably go Watkins. I'll probably edge with Watkins just because he scores goals, and he's been doing it for a longer time. Obviously, Mateta was doing it with Glasgow, which is still our system, but he went and spilled 2 goals and 7 goals. But I wouldn't mind either one. I'm not complaining. Either one will do for me. They both kind of like, they got good movement on them. Mateta bullies defenders. Watkins has got good movement, and he scores headers as well. I wouldn't mind either one, man. I'll be real with you. Yo, what you saying, Kaylee? We need a capable midfielder that will help Bruno create chances for them up front, and another. Yeah, we're doing it. It's been said that we're getting a midfielder. We want a midfielder, but we're gonna look at sales first, and so we'll see how the sales go, and then we're gonna look at midfielder. Mateta, I've supported Liverpool all of my life. I've helped just a little bit towards bringing home the Premier League title. That would be so special for me. No inside agent, please. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's the same thing with Ekitike. Come on, bro. What we doing here? That's the exact same thing right now with Ekitike. Ekitike is a Man United fan, and he's gone to Liverpool. It's just been confirmed. Like, what, half an hour ago or something? Do you know what I'm saying? So what's that about? It is what it is, bruv. Sometimes you just got to make your move. They're not going to go for him. They could have went for him just now. They went and paid 80 million, whatever it was, 93 million euros, whatever that is in pounds, mate. 79 million pounds. 79 million on Ekitike. I'm sure Mateta would have been about 60 max. Max. Come on, bro. So they're not really rating you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going there. They've got enough strikers now. So forget about it. But Ekitike supports United, bro. It's on video. It's on the Frankfurt, Twitter, Instagram, everything. So it is what it is. I need Carlos Baliba and Wharton, Bruno go to Saudi. That's done. That's dried up. Either one would be fine. I'm with you, Slices. Mateta, because he's physically stronger and he's younger, so we get some time to look for another striker. Talk starting now. Lisbon. This guy's funny. Lisbon midfield. I'm still down for Cesco. Cesco's a myth. My man come out and spoke about it as well. Fabrizio said he's too expensive. Laurie Whitwell's come out and said it's a myth. I'm not aware of anything imminent of any of them. He's talking about selling, and he said Cesco basically is a myth. He didn't tear it up in the Bundesliga last season, and the cost is too mad. So it's not happening. Obviously, this has come out after they've done their podcast, so I don't know if this is true, but they've dropped the price to 60 million. Because obviously they were talking, they're going off the price as it was. So if it's been dropped to 60 million, but we don't know if this is true, because this CF Bayern talks a lot of shit. So he's on and off. 1 minute is the truth, 1 minute it's not. He's not solidified. So I don't know. And they're saying they're willing to talk. It could be true, because he's saying, look, they need to make 86 million pounds, which is 100 million euros, and they're trying to sell Xavi Simons to Chelsea, and then they'll sell Cesco. Remember, they tried to recruit majority of that 90 million from Arsenal. So they were trying to get that all from Arsenal. Arsenal walked off. Now they've might have realized and said, let's just drop the money. So it could do. Who knows? They're crying now. You said Watkins. Bruv, it's Watkins, man. I'm telling you, man. It's got to be. It's got to be Watkins, or it's got to be Mateta. I'm just going off the pre-season talk. If it's pre-season, then it has to be one or the other. Yeah, I see that. It's here. Love for that, Charlie. I appreciate you putting that in there. But it's here still. I saw it earlier. Apparently, it's been slashed. But I'm telling you, this geezer's on and off. CM buying. Don't get too... Take it with a pinch of salt until we hear from someone else. Next, do you think we're entitled to spend money after the season gone, considering no money in the transfers? Yeah, because we make money. We're a big club that makes money. But obviously, we have to do what we got to do. We've got to sell wages. Sorry, we've got to cut the wages down. We've got to sell players. It's just like, we're in a fucked up position, man. We're in a fucked up position. We've got people that we don't want. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? It's a crazy one. It's a crazy one, man. We've got players that we don't want that are just going to sit there and have the wage bill going bananas. You got to remember what they're doing is they're cutting people's, they keep putting up the ticket price. They're taking people's jobs. So, bro, they can't have these people all sitting on the wage bill, and then we're spending and getting more people. They have to get rid of some of these people, replace them. So it makes a bit of sense. You know what I mean? We only want proven strikers for top leagues. Exactly. For top leagues. Exactly. Proven. And when you say proven, you mean Premier League. That's what they're screaming. I'm not saying this. This is what they're saying. They only want proven players now. They're not on this joke thing because it doesn't make no sense. And you can see how much we've spent. That 130 whatever we spent on Cunha and Wemo, we could have went out there and done a little rebuild, bro. When you think about it, 130, we could have went mad. 30 million on this guy, 40 on that, 30 on this, 20 on this. Lamans, did it? They said, nah, bro. We're doing Premier League proven. We're going to have to play a bit extra, but fuck it. Let's get some players that's going to at least score us some goals. So, yeah, man. This is what I'm trying to say to you lot. So this is what I'm trying to make people understand. This is what they want. So Cesco, everyone keeps dreaming about Cesco, but this is what they want. Man United have deliberately targeted players with Premier League experience this summer and would ideally like to sign a striker who fits that category. Ducker. In with Man United. Forget the middle article for now. Forget that. Let's go to the next one. Chris Wheeler. A striker is next on United's shopping list this summer with Ruben Amorim keen to sign one with Premier League experience. Forget that. Go to the bottom. Plettengo. Yesterday. Look at the date. So them two are today. Plettengo was yesterday. Ruben Amorim wants to sign a striker with Premier League experience. This is 3 different journalists that don't even work together. And they've all come out and said, we want a striker with Premier League experience. And then you can see what's just come out about Cesco. He didn't mash it up in the Bundesliga. We're not rating the cost, blah, blah, blah. Fabrizio's come out and said it's too pricey. So for me, I only break it down to these 2 in case they drop Watkins' price. But even Villa is a bit peak as well because you got to remember, they had Duran and Watkins. Duran went to Saudi. Who did they replace Duran with the next season? With Rashford on loan. Rashford is gone to Barcelona. So who's their backup right now? Striker. So even if they was to sell Watkins, they might sit there and go, no, we need a replacement right now. You see what I'm saying? Who's their backup? So that's what I'm saying to you, man. It's been reported today and yesterday that we want Prem proven players, man. So if we're looking at a Prem proven player and we're looking at, you can see that our strategy is kind of like, let's look at who scored the goals last season. Who's attainable that scores goals? Cole Palmer's not attainable. Haaland ain't attainable. Isaac, Salah. Chris Wood might be on the list. Wissa looks like he's going to Newcastle. They're going to make a better bid for him. We've copped Mbumo and Cunha already. Watkins, Strand Larson, Mateta's on 14 as well, by the way, yeah? He's on probably 11th. So this is what I'm saying. Maybe Chris Wood might be on that list. I don't know, man. But if you look at everyone that's available, who's available that is Prem proven, I think it can only be Chris Wood. It can only be Ollie Watkins. Whistle looks like he's going to Newcastle. So it can only be Chris Wood, Ollie Watkins, and Mateta is 11th on this list. So I think it can only be one of them. When that time comes, if the price drops, it's a bargain, bro. Yeah, for Watkins, I'm with you. If the price drops for Watkins, it's definitely going to make sense. Give us like 2-3 years and then safe. Thank you for your service, brother. I'll see you in a bit. I'm with you. What league Watkins again? What did Lucky say? He's in the Bundesliga or something. A new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. 2 meetings have taken place. Yeah, I'm with you. I just put that one in there. Imagine that. Look at that. Where does it say that? It says about a goalkeeper here, and then the other one he speaks about the striker. I'll pull that one up in a minute. But yeah, 2 meetings have taken place in the last 7 days. I was just talking about this, always, love for that, bro. Love for putting it in here. We were just chatting about this. So they are pushing to sign one. This is what I'm trying to say. If we need to sell to buy, why are we going so mad in the last 7 days? It doesn't make no sense. This is it. The middle article. A new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. 2 meetings have already taken place in the last 7 days. They are pushing to sign one. Why are we pushing if we ain't got the money or we're not ready? Is the Rashford wage doing something about it where we can get someone in now and give them half a rep? I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's a weird one. But he says we are pushing to sign a striker. And like I said, on this one, if you read the last line of the middle article, it says, I expect United to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. So it looks like we're going to do things, man. This is Fabrizio Romano. A lot of you lots go. Here we go, Merchant. This is what he's screaming, man. So yeah, man, like I said, Prem proven, that seems like it's what's going on now. That's what's been said. I'll get into a few, let me get a few of these comments and then I'll get into a few more of the news. There's bare news that happened today. Mateta would be great. I'm with you. Target players, Kolo Muani, allow it. Kolo Muani can come on loan. If Patrick Sheik, Kolo Muani, Moise Keane, if Hoyland stage can bring one of them on loan, I wouldn't mind that. And we go for a midfielder this season. That's cool. 2 weeks left to sign a striker. Why 2 weeks left? Our first game's on the 17th. That's not in 2 weeks. That's about 3 weeks away or even longer. Yeah, our first game's on the 17th and the window shuts in on the 1st of September. So why 2 weeks, Chris? Why 2 weeks? If Morgan Rogers goes to a new club, Garnacho Villa, PR spin, we want a proven striker after 2 top targets went to Liverpool and Arsenal. You think that's a pure? Yeah, but you got to remember, we kind of knew that he was going to Arsenal, though, innit, Gyökeres? I think we kind of knew that, though. Everyone kind of knew Gyökeres is a myth from a long time ago. Ekitike, it got reported already from Ornstein that, yeah, Man United did make contact, but he already committed to Liverpool by then. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Could be a spin, but Fabrizio, everyone is talking about the striker. Every single journalist, that's one thing everyone's been in sync with. Every single journalist. Some of them have said different names. Some have said Jackson. Some have said Jackson. Some have said Moise Keane. Some have said Cesco. Some have said Vlahovic. Some have said Calvert-Lewin. Even the TalkSport, the Sun, the shittest newspapers have all said we want a striker. So I don't think there's any spin in that. We all want a striker, but maybe now we're saying let's just keep it Premier League proven. And we've been doing the Premier League proven thing anyway, when you look at our 2 signings. So yeah, we got time, Chris. I don't know what you're talking about, 2 weeks. We got literally, it ends on the 1st of September, I'm sure. Man United will sign Ollie. Evan Nielsen looks like a handy centre forward. See, Evan Nielsen, yeah, I think he's all right, but I never saw anything where it's like, we need Evan Nielsen. I don't see. Maybe I got to look at his stats or something, but I'm sure this was his first season in the Prem or whatever, or that he done anything and did he even score more than 10 goals. Do you know what I'm going to say? Like, I can't remember Evan Nielsen lighting it up and scoring some mad goals, etc. I've seen him do a bit, but nothing mad. Like, we want someone that scores goals. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Evan Nielsen scored a lot of goals. You get what I'm saying? And every goal I did see him score, they were kind of like tap-ins. They were close goals, very close, which you need your striker to do, to be honest. Poacher's goal. But I never seen him like just bang it in. You know what I'm saying? Took 7 weeks to sign him when we're lucky. Cesco was not this superb striker 3-4 years ago. He was gradually getting better and better, and that's the credit to the good manager. If we give Rasmus a chance, allow it. Stop, please, brother. Steve, please, again. I'm not on all that. Evan Nielsen is a lot of you that are rating him. I'm not with the Evan Nielsen, Rasmus hype, man. 4 weeks left. What we should be focusing now is how to get the service from. Oh yeah, I saw that one there. I saw that one there still. We had a little link with him. I put it in the chat yesterday. We'll link with him, but it was from no one solidified. So we're gonna wait and see when it comes out from someone certain. We get in midfielders, contacts. You can choose one. Who is the best for you? Who are you talking about, AR? If I can choose one, I would want Watkins or Mateta. That's it. Watkins or Mateta, I'm cool with that. 7 weeks is. I know what you're saying. You just want someone wrapped up ASAP because that's 7 weeks. But it came out why it took 7 weeks. They were moving mad Brentford. I want them to get relegated, bro. They wanted Newcastle or Tottenham to go and take him instead. Big up for reading the comment, Mitch. Any news on the DM yet? No, we had this geezer. Look, I want to get into it anyway. Love for that DVD. Listen, we had this news about this geezer earlier. I don't know how true it is. We had a few weeks. Look, Chris is in my head. Look at him. Thought that was 3 weeks. Nah, bro, man. We still got time, bro, man. 1st of September is when it closes. But yeah, we had links about this shoot earlier. Javi Guerra. It went mad. Man United are preparing a 22 million bid to sign Guerra. Valencia will not accept anything under 26 million. Another one, 22 million. Nathan Salt basically shut it down and said, bruv, I think that they're relaxed and it's just negotiation tactics. But we had more links after that, talking about 21 million. Yeah, because obviously he's got a contract with Valencia, and then Valencia have he's rejected the contract that Valencia's offering him. So he's using us. It might be the agent using us again, but it's 6 different journalists that came out though. And Matteo Moretto, who this geezer is, he works with Fabrizio, and he said Guerra has rejected Valencia's contract renewal proposal, but he will continue to negotiate and will also try and understand if other teams, such as AC or Man United and other clubs in Spain, will make concrete moves. This geezer got linked with us about a month and a half ago, and then they got shut down so quick. I didn't even get to watch a comp. He got linked with us literally like now, half an hour later, before I can even look at him. Nah, it's not true. It's contract talks. So I don't know about him. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he's bad. I don't know if he's shit. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the situation. This is the centre mid that we've been linked with for now, but we're always linked with someone new. Edison, Wharton, we've been linked with a few in the past, but this is who we've been linked with today. This is all today's news, 6 different journalists. I don't know how true it is, but we'll see, innit? We'll see if it comes out a bit more. So that's Javi Guerra. Cesco, obviously, he's 50 million. It's been dropped, apparently, but I don't know if this is solidified, man. CF Bayern's a weirdo. 1 minute he comes with facts and he'll tell you something that's true, then he'll tell you something that's false. He's on and off. So I will tell you to take it with a pinch of salt until we hear it from someone else. But if it is been dropped to 50 million, Ornstein came out himself and said, yo, we're not in for Cesco unless Cesco, Mateta, Cesco, Watkins, Jackson, all of them, man, they were not in for them unless the price drops. So unless the price has dropped, and it has really dropped with his 50 million talk, then I can't see anything happening. Simple as that with him. Thought that was 3 weeks. The price gap wasn't that large, then it better to go for Cesco. Yeah. If it wasn't that large, Eric, but I think it's too big and it's giving them Hoyland rumors. It's giving them Hoyland vibes. You get it? They're not really rating what happened last, like they're not rating how his performance was. Javi Guerra, yeah, that's it. So Mateta is the only one to go for, basically, right? That's what I'm saying, yeah. When you add up what they're saying about the Prem proven stuff, if you look at who's there left, because he said Watkins is too pricey, we're not going for that price. Cesco's not about. Jackson's a myth. When you look at who is left, it can only be Mateta. Some people are saying Evan Nilsson. Chris Wood was on that list as well. I've got to bring up the goal scoring thing for you to see the only people that can possibly be Prem proven. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, let me show you who we could possibly go for. So yeah, man. Let's see. Hold on. I think it's gonna be Mateta. I think it can only be Mateta. But we was linked to him at the beginning of the transfer window. We were linked to him at the beginning. Fabrizio came out and said, Man United was linked with Mateta at the beginning of the transfer window, but then they haven't made contact since. But you got to remember, at the beginning of the transfer window, if you look at the beginning of the transfer window, who was we linked with? Osman, Delap, Gyökeres, Ekitike. That's 4 people gone. So if we were linked to him at the beginning of the transfer window and there's 4 people gone, Mateta's got to be in there somewhere. You know what I mean? So this is the thing. Look at this. So look at this now. When you look at this, we can't get Mo Salah. He's not a striker anyway. We can't get Isaac. We can't get Haaland. Chris Wood is attainable, but how much is he going to be and how old is he? And Bumo, we've got him already. Wissa looks like he's going to Newcastle. They bidded for him yesterday or was it today? And they got rejected, but they're going back in for another bid. Watkins, attainable. Cunha, we got him already. Cole Palmer's not leaving. And Strand Larson. So who will be going for? Mateta is next, by the way. Mateta is next in 11th with 14 goals. So my thing is, if we're saying, oh, Watkins is a myth because of his price, it's going to have to be, and it's only Prem proven, and we're basically going off the the table. Think about it, man. I think it's only going to be Mateta. That's the only person, and he's been on the list. Or Chris Wood. That's the only 2 people left. Strand Larsen, I've not heard anything. I don't know if we'll go for him. I don't know. But he will score goals. But I don't know. I don't know, mate. He's a bit of a handful, Strand Larsen, as well, isn't it? I don't really think about Strand Larsen, you know. But he scores a bit of goals. You get me? So we'll see, man. So this is all we got, thing, man. So Mateta. So it seems like it's Mateta. So I've heard some rumors about maybe getting Paulina on loan from Bayern Munich. I saw that. I think, you know who Paulina is linked with heavy? Tottenham. Type in Paulina now on Twitter or Google. All you're going to see is Tottenham links. He's just linked with Tottenham. But I think Tottenham got to sell someone first or something. But he's proper linked with Tottenham. We're not really linked with him like that no more. You know what I mean? When's the next game? Next game is going to be on the 27th, which is it Sunday? Sunday at 12 o'clock. Or is it Saturday at 12 o'clock? I don't know. It's 27th. 24, 25, 26. Yeah, Sunday. Sunday is we're playing West Ham on the 27th. Only looks how Ornstein when it comes to striker. We could go in for Whistle. I hear there's issues between Newcastle and the player or Newcastle and Brentford. The later will not surprise me. Yeah, they just are not bidding what they want to bid. But listen, Brentford have dealt with us so bad that I think we're blackballed. Because when we leaked it, how they dealt with us after, I don't think they want to hear from us again. And apparently they want 40 million for Whistle now. Is anyone going to pay that? He scored 19 goals, no penalties. But we could go back in there, but bro, it took us 7 weeks for him, and we were offering 65 million. Imagine the guy and they're offering him 35 now. Take you a year, bruv. Garnacho, Villa, boom, boom, lightly. Guys, nobody drop price down. Brentford, never, bruv. They're gonna overcharge us for him. They're gonna want 50 million. Mateta or Cesco. If we can't manage to get any of their money price, etc., just use the youth. Nah, man. I know what you're saying, though. That's what I'm saying. It's so better than Hoyland that we're just saying use anyone. That we want Obi. We should never be calling for Obi. Ever. He's not ready, and he shouldn't even be in an opportunity yet. It should be, but just giving him the time when it's time. You think Man City will be sitting there and they'll be telling him, yeah, go get an academy player to play up front. Come on, man. You got Haaland, you got Mamouche. They'll play a false 9 before they can play some academy player up front. You know what I mean? This is the thing. This is there. Sorry, I had this and I didn't even show you. This is the next game. Chris, look at that on the top right. It says Saturday 26, but it's not true because that's in American time. So that's for the American fans. For us, it's going to be on Sunday at 12 o'clock. So you got to stay up for it, mate. People are telling me to do a watch along. 12 o'clock at night, it's a bit mad. But if I stay up, I might come in still. Watch it together. But yeah, that's the next game. Obviously, Anthony, Betis are talking about they might walk off, by the way. If you lot ain't seen, Betis are talking about walking off. They went alone or they're saying they're going to walk off. They ain't got time for it. So they're playing games with us as well now. So Anthony's going through that. The boys are on tour. They're outside. You get it? Look at them. They've all flied. And you see Diego Leon. He's a real you know, because he came and said, listen, I'm going to play when I get there. I'm going to go there, train. They're going to see what I'm on. And then they're going to, I'm going to be playing with the first team. He came out and kicked out Amas. Harry Amas isn't traveling. He said, you're a big man. See you later. You're a little fish in this thing. Kicked him out. Look at that. No Harry Amas. Look at everyone that traveled. Violated him, man. Violated the boy Amas. Man United, big up yourself, man. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. You know we're here for you lot, man. Every day. So make sure you hit the like button. Let me go on Twitter. I'm going to share my screen. Rashi just got unveiled as well. Rashi's confirmed to Barcelona. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to share my screen on Twitter. So we've got the boy Rashi over there. Let me see what's going on. Oh, we got something going on, yeah? Man saying turn on notifications. If I'm up, share screen. Let me show you what's going on. We've got the boy Rashi unveiled. Hold on. Where is he? Come on, man. Why is it taking so long? Rashford. This thing moving mad. I don't know why. It's just it's not letting me get things jammed. On my back. What's going on? What's happening? Can you not see me, yeah? Hey, can you not see me? This is going mad, isn't it? Yeah, this thing's moving mad. I don't know what happened. I tried to share my screen with you lot, and it just went crazy, bro. It just went bananas. It was like, nope, you're not showing them what's going on over there. But yeah, let me go back on there now. Hopefully it works. Let's see if it works. If it don't work, it's not meant to be. Because there's a lot going on. Look at this. Hold on. If it doesn't work, it's not meant to be. Yeah, it's acting up, man. Share screen is acting up. I'm not going there no more. Yeah, because it's moving mad. I'm trying to show you that what's going on with Rashi, and it's not having it. It's saying, yo, it's long. It's just jamming me up. So I'm not even going to go there. But as you don't know anyway, Rashi's got the confirmation now. He's confirmed to Barcelona. You understand? Let me take a few of these messages. This guy's no stuff. Ben Jacobs. Like and subscribe. Big up yourself, United. Sir Metch. I'm not saying English Premier League proven players weren't good enough. Just stating everyone Premier League are hard to bargain to. Yeah, you're right. You're cool. You're right. I'm with you with that one. But that's what they want, though. That's just what they want. That's what United are going off. They're going off that strategy where we messed up so last season where we was taking chances. Xerxes needed 4 months to get into the league. Højlund was not doing anything. Garnacho's a project, like he's still young. So they said, you know what? Let's go for players in their prime right now that are doing this. They don't need time. They can adapt right now and do this now. We need killers. That's what Amran's probably going off. He's going off, bruv. I could have won this game. I could have won that game. Could have won that game. Look how close there was. But I lost because I didn't have killers. It's better, use the money for Cesco to sign Herman from Sporting. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying, I don't mind taking someone on loan, yeah? Moise Keane, all these guys, Sheik, whatever. One of these Colo Moana. I don't mind taking them on loan if Højlund stays. And then we go and buy a midfielder instead. I'm cool with that. Do you understand? If Højlund stays, we can go buy a midfielder instead. I'm cool with that. But it's just going out there and buying Cesco or Colo Moana for 50, 60 million, 70 millions. And then they come and just be the same as my man. That's what I don't want to do. So big up the guys, man. Like I said, man, Amas is a myth. They kicked him out. Diego Leon came in, kicked him out. That midfield does look weak, though, when you look at it. It looks very weak. Safe. Very weak. Close up. Yeah, man. Close up sometimes, man. This is what people want me to do sometimes. Come in with no news. So I could just be close up in the camera like this and just be chatting for half an hour. Yeah. I'm not on that, bro. I'd rather come here, show you that what's going on. You know what I mean? We look at it together and we go through it, bro. I'm not on the clock. Like, what's the point? Some people do their thing like that. I see the content creators that just sit there for half an hour. Yeah, so Joshua Xerxes. I'm not on all that. Yeah, I'm not on that. Let's go out there and get something going on, man. Alejandro Tottenham, yeah. Red Gosh. Hamas needs to grow. He's gonna go on loan. I think Hamas is gonna go on loan. Like I said, he's not in the squad. I think he's gonna go on loan. But yeah, let me summarize more or less. What's his name? Fabrizio's come out and said, listen, we want a striker. Yeah, it's very likely we want a striker. We've had 2 meetings in the last 7 days about a striker. So this striker thing is mental right now. The way we're moving right now is crazy. I thought we needed to sell, but that Rashford money might have meant something. So look at the middle one. It says a new striker is almost guaranteed to happen this summer. 2 meetings have already taken place in the last 7 days. They are pushing to sign one. So whoever we're pushing, I don't know, mate. I don't know who we're pushing to get, because Laurie Whitwell's come out today and said, yo, Cesco's a myth. We're not rating him. He had a shit season, blah, blah, blah. We weren't rating him. Look at the middle article. He didn't tear it up in the Bundesliga last season, and he cost too much. So that's too much of a risk. The freedom fighters, the bomb squad, they're calling them the bomb squad. The freedom fighters, there's nothing imminent for them to leave. And then Garnacho to Chelsea still looks like something can happen there, blah, blah, blah. Fabrizio's come out and said the same thing. Garnacho to Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. Something can happen there as well. Look at the last article. I expect Garnacho to stay in the Premier League, his priority. I'll look at the bottom paragraph. I'll say again to keep an eye on Chelsea because they are trying to sign Xavi Simons. He's the priority, but also an addition for Garnacho. So they're preying Garnacho. So Fabrizio's come out and said that. Laurie Whitwell's come out and said what he said. And yeah, that's them. And then there's Rashy there, the boy Rash. I don't have anything bad to say about Manchester United. It is an important part of my life and I wish them all the best. I hope they are successful in the future. Big up the boy Rashy. I hope he has a good season over them and they end up buying him. Sources are confident Chelsea can strike a deal for Xavi Simons, but they also retain interest in Garnacho and Morgan Rogers. They still want Garnacho, man. United could be offered the opportunity to sign Kolo Muani in case Juventus still collapses. Juventus want him back on loan from PSG, but if it collapses, we might have the chance to sign him. Decent player, Villa, Tottenham, Alejandro. Yeah, just need finishing. Bowen from West Ham. Yeah, I like Bowen. Still, I like Bowen. But it's like no one's ever linked with him, though. No team. If Bowen went to someone like Tottenham, it will suit him. But no one's ever linked to Bowen. I don't know why. Obviously, Premier League proven. That's the new thing. We've got 2 players that are Prem proven, and the striker is going to be Prem proven as well, is what they're screaming. Ducker's come out and said it. Wheeler and Pletigo, who's in Germany, they've all said that in the last 2 days, today and yesterday, that we want a player that is Premier League proven. So that looks like it's going to be our striker. Javi Guerra, we're linked to this geezer heavy. There's been bare links about him. We'll see what happens. It's been Mateta was the only person reliable, but he didn't say we're in for him like that. He said there could be negotiation tactics. But we'll see. We'll see if something else stems. Cesco's price has dropped to 60 million, apparently. This guy is not solidified, but we'll see. We'll see if something comes up, because I don't know about my man like that. Man said Amelie the same age and then Bemo. Crazy. Safe. And then it said, obviously, Anthony's looking like they're going to walk away now, Betis. They're saying they want a loan. They're willing to wait until the end of near the transfer window to come for a loan. But obviously, a lot of teams want Anthony, apparently. So is Anthony going to say no to all them teams? We're going to see what happens, man. It's a crazy one. And this is the boys on tour. So love for everyone that's been inside, man. I beg you to all hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. We do this every day, man. This is nothing new. Love to all of you. All of you have a great day. If there's another bomb or something that comes out, you know I'm coming back on. But everyone have a good day, night, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are, whatever part of the country. Bless up, man. In a bit, peoples.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it happens, nigga, photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm